Here are the expected outcomes: new standards, short-based, new quality of understanding of the complex drug development process, teach it in a timely, economical way, accessible for all players in Europe, graduate over 300 trainees from the 6 base courses and diploma programs who may apply for a specialist title, etc. We will also develop up to 300 trainees of Master in Drug Development Sciences over 2 years. So per year, it's about some 150 trainees per each track base course and master program. And we will thereby enhance the quality, efficacy, safety, and affordability of medicines that meet patients' needs. That's the continuation, the benefit for the patients, better targeted application, more effective and safer, a new process understanding, less mistakes, better all comprehension of the process and less failures, more effective and safer medicines that match the patient's needs better, reduction of overall cost of the process, and eventually lower price of a medicine used in the day-to-day practice. Now that's a far stretch, I fully realize it, and for the journalists among us to put it in very simple terms, but that's really behind it. Better trained physicians and better medicines keep better treated patients happier. The added value of the consortium is also manifold. I do not want to go into the details, but this actually quite novel, intense university, industry, regulator interaction that when we conceived this program many years ago, we did not feel possible, already emerged. And there's already, for those who have not participated so far in this partnership, would like to find late access. And we do have to make actually new access to particularly the regulators who want to be part of these programs. That's again good news. I think we are already sexy in a way to provide these programs, and people want to be part of it. Now we are also committed, and I want to say this very explicitly, to a synergistic cross-project collaboration with the other IMI projects, other meaning with also those who focus on the research, but particularly with the other education and training projects that you have listened to in detail this afternoon. Training and knowledge sharing will give Europe a new competitive advantage. I did not believe this myself, but in the last 12 months, I've almost been bombarded by questions by people outside Europe. Interestingly enough, not only from the United States and China, as I mentioned it before, but I did forget in the days of the World Championship in football, we have been formally conducted 2 weeks ago also by the University of Johannesburg, who also would like to set up a training program like this, and the question was, well, can we participate in this European collaboration? And of course, the answer was, without asking IMI-JU or anybody else in Europe, that's not possible for the time being, but perhaps at a later stage. These are, colleagues, the achievements, highlights of the first year. Again, for time reasons, I don't think we need to go through all elements in detail. Well, this will be reported in the first annual work progress report. We do have a complete new syllabus that has been approved by a so-called futures team, which we use as a sensor. Also, it's important once you set up a training concept that it's rejuvenated, that new aspects that are well digested actually find their way into training at the right time. We have defined learning outcomes, program modularized in these different base module and extension and integrated master programs. We do have 10 innovative e-learning modules conceptualized. We have not produced them, including one to answer the question that has been asked by Ghazaleh before, to train the trainers. We are aware of the diversity of the universities collaborating in the program, and we're more aware of the fact that there may be huge gradients between the trainers, and we do try in a systematic way to train the trainers in particular, mainly via an e-product, but we also have in mind a course provider trainer task force group that comes together on special occasions. We have met already once. We will meet now in September because the translation of what we have prepared into the learning by doing will be an important step, and we are quite aware and address this in a systematic, forward-looking way. While this addresses that aspect, examinations have been unified and the accreditation pathways in Europe have been defined. There's a second list. Obviously, once you have a title, you have to defend it. There's a clear plan for a continuing professional development platform using the beauty of the modularization overall. There's this pan-European cooperative training concept. There is facilitation for student access and financial support. There's a user-friendly quality management concept already in place. Now, this concept is rather expensive, and the question arises, could this be used cross projects? Should we make available what we have sort of put together also for the other E&T projects? Now, there are at least 5 new programs using the new syllabus starting in autumn of this very year, and the existing programs will adapt to new quality standards. Time and money, well, that also was a question that IMIJU was asking us for. It's in the ballpark of what we have seen before. That's the IMI funding, the FPR contribution. Why it's so much less, particularly in this very important PHARMATRAIN program, relative to others, I don't know, but it has to balance out throughout the project. But we all in all look at 6.6 million euros, and I think that is a good support for these programs. Time of public partners is little compensated, that's another issue, and for the time being we have not been worried about the units of the university-based courses and master programs. We feel that there are different prices in Europe. It may cost more in one place and much less in another place, so we are not basically worried by unifying the cost of the programs, base course and master programs. There is a bracket within which we expect people to stay in, but it is a local affair. It's the local organization at the university training provider site that has to come out even at the end of the day. We will not come up systematically within PharmaTrain for the individual tuition fee at some training site. The program has been retroactivated last May for the simple reason that we have done already a lot of work. We decided in PharmaTrain to use the swing of the expression of interest, the full project proposal, to hammer right the way through in this collaboration, into action, into the program. Well, we were lucky that we have been funded, but part of it actually is to reimburse for the enormous expenses that the participating university have spent during the last 12 months.